I remember I met you at Drishyam 2 party and he said, oh, we're doing Kabza together. And I'm like, yeah! He's like, calm down.
No, but I was just reading that, Rajni sir once said that he wants to work under your direction. Yes, there is
and you do Nagini also in your film.
Yeah.
In Hindi, I got Sarkar 4 with Bachchan Saab.
Oh, wow.
Then we have Desi Boys too.
You trust Rajamouli sir with whatever you're doing, and he will definitely create magic because he believes in his films. The vision that he has, it's outstanding.
What's your off-screen dynamic with Sudeep over the years? Because at the trailer launch, he spoke like, how at one point he used to compete with you, that if you're clashing, he wanted to win the clash. To now when you're doing films together. So what's the dynamic off the screen with Sudeep like? Hi guys, this is Nimesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the team of Kabza. Welcome to Pinkvilla guys, it's lovely having you here. My first question is to Upendra sir. You're the original gangster of Kannada cinema. You have made a film
gangster.
like... Yeah, you have made a film like Om.
In film.
Yeah, in film. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You have made a film like Om, which was a gangster drama and has got a cult status over the year. How do you view the evolution of gangster drama from Om, that is 96, to now, that is Kabza?
Yeah, those time it was little realistic because we used real location and I used real rowdies also in that movie.
Yeah.
And nowadays it is not like that. It is completely exaggerated and like fictions.
Yeah.
Like visual dramas, no? That is the change, to give more of a larger than life, experience.
But you enjoyed that more or?
No, that is different. This is different. I enjoy that also. Now I am enjoying this.
Okay.
Yeah. How people are enjoying different kinds of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
And Shriya, through the years you have dabbled every single language.
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge of switching from one language to another and getting that diction right?
I was dyslexic, so I couldn't differentiate between E and I. For someone like me, going there and actually learning and doing different languages and is literally sometimes it's a dream, because if I knew that language will be a problem with me, if someone told me when I was in school, I probably would have never done this. It's just I never knew until I saw a movie and I read about it. I'm like, oh, that's partially me. But, I feel the biggest part of doing films in different cinema, different languages is that you have to go and understand the flavor of the people and understand where a certain hand movement is coming from, like where is this coming from, what kind of food they're eating. And it's actually really, really interesting because for me it was an eye-opener, because I was really, really young when I was just out of school. I'd taken my first flight, gone to Hyderabad for a screen test, a very simple girl next door, and I got there and I'm like, wow, this is my country, so different and so beautifully mine, and so me and so us, and how connected we all are. Even though a currency is printed in 19 languages, we are so connected. Yet we are so beautifully different.
True. But which is the language you are most comfortable in?
I started with Telugu, so that's one language that it's easier for me. But then I learned Tamil, Kannada. But the thing is, I am always very conscious of speaking it. But
But in front of camera, you are comfortable.
Absolutely. I learned my lines before, and And Upendra was very helpful. A lot of time you see actors like laughing behind the camera because you say something silly, and it's like lost in translation. And especially if you're doing a serious scene, that he never would. He always was very helpful and always gave me cues. And he's one of those actors who, even if the camera is not on him, it's on you. Because I remember we were doing a scene and it was a very intense scene. I'm crying and the camera was not on him, but he would give you his dialogue.
He used to laugh and actually make it more lighter.
Either he would just make you laugh or give me the dialogue with so much intensity that I only had to react, and which is also a very rare trait. A lot of actors don't perform if the camera is not on him, on them, but he doesn't do that. He performs exactly what he would if the camera was on him or it's an over shoulder, which is great.
Interesting. And sir, how did you get associated to Kabza, and how fascinated were you by the world that has been created in this film?
Definitely fascinated. That's why I put my money. I always wanted to do some South language film or like pan India film,
Yeah.
and I thought Kabza would be the best to start with, and in fact it has proven the right decision. Kabza is truly a nice, larger than life experience,
Yeah.
and it's in 5 languages,
Yeah.
releasing on 17th of March worldwide in 5 languages. I always thought that Chandru is a nice narrator of story,
Yeah.
and that is why I got associated with the
Correct.
film.
I remember I met you at Drishyam 2 party,
Yeah.
and he said, "Oh, you know, we're doing Kabza together." And I'm like, "Yeah!" He's like, "Calm down, calm down. I'm here to announce it." We go, "Yeah!" He's like, "Calm down. We're not talking about it right now, okay?"
Yeah.
So it was a surprise for you at the Drishyam too.
Yeah, that's when we first.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was supposed to. Yeah, but that was first.
And sir, you have worked with, if I'm not wrong, you worked with Sudeep in the remake of Oh My God.
Yeah.
That was a very different dynamic. And
Yeah.
over here you both are at, against each other. What's your off-screen dynamic with Sudeep over the years? Because at the trailer launch he spoke like, how at one point he used to compete with you, that if you're clashing, he wanted to win the clash.
Yeah.
To now when you're doing films together. So what's the dynamic of the screen with Sudeep like?
What he said is right, actually, because we were very close from past 20-25 years.
Yeah.
When he was actually, wanted to assist me in my film, and
How sweet.
he approached me to work with me as an assistant director, and I said, "You are so good looking. Why you want to direct?" Because directors here, so many directors are waiting. You go and actually act.
How
Then he took so
sweet.
seriously and he started acting,
Acting.
and he's such a good artist. Actually, he's a great performer. And then the started actually when sometimes actually our films actually my whatever I acted in films and his films used to come release together.
Yeah.
At that time, the competition. Then later on, actually, after so many years, hit flops and
Yeah.
all things.
Yeah.
Now actually that bondage is there. Actually, we love each other. We respect each other.
Yeah.
If I request, he comes, and if he requests, I go and actually act like that. Actually, he did one small, actually, very important special appearance in this film, and Shivanna also.
Okay.
And maybe actually this leads to second part. Actually, there is a big clash between
Sudeep and
Yeah.
mostly Sudeep, Shivanna, and myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was blown away when I met him and Shivanna sir. The respect and appreciation they all have for each other, it's beautiful.
It's like all industry coming.
It's all from the
Yeah,
heart. It's
yeah.
not. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't fake that kind of love and respect.
True.
It has to come from within.
Within, of course, we see it a lot. Like in today's time, every industry is coming together
Yeah.
to support each other, which
Yeah.
has changed in the
Yeah,
last maybe
Yeah.
five
Very
years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when we talk of Kabza, what aspect of your character got you on board the film? Like, what were you fascinated by your character?
On a serious note, when I heard the script, I felt like that was the first time I was listening something of that magnitude, and I wanted to be part of it. And the role was very interesting.
Yeah.
She's from the royal family. She's a woman of heart. She's a woman of love, and she'll follow her heart to whatever extent it takes her. And that trait, I fell in love with, because I'm not that brave to do things that she would do, and she's very brave.
Okay.
And yet she's very vulnerable. So that for me was a beautiful trait. On a very, very serious note, he showed me a beautiful show reel of Upendra sir and Sudeep sir, and they both were looking very hot in it. And I'm like, wow, this is a cool film. Let's do it. But then I'm like, what's the story like?
Yeah.
And then Chandru narrated the story to me, and when he narrates, that man goes so intense, and he's
Yeah.
like, and this happens and that happens, and the director and the hero comes, and then the mother says, well, how are you gonna survive? And he does this, and I'm like, oh, this is the narration. Let's meet on set, huh?
He's completely into the
Yeah.
character while narrating, basically.
So that kind of, I get attracted by, I think now as an actor, I get attracted by passion. I get attracted by people who are driven, who have dreams, who want to see dreams.
Yeah.
Because magic happens when you dream.
Yeah. True. I mean, and we have seen that,
Yeah.
big dreams have crossed all the barriers.
Yeah.
And Anand, what strategy you have to release the film in Hindi? What's the screen count like? How do you plan to bring it over here?
You might have seen the trailer. It's a really larger than life.
Yeah.
So we are going all out. will be having screen count between 1200 to 1400 screen
Okay.
count. And except the 4 states in South, everywhere up to Nepal we are going.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going completely all out.
Okay.
And fortunately, we are getting huge response, not only from the viewers or distributors, but from exhibitors also. I'm continuously getting phone calls from exhibitors that they want more shows and more theaters they want to put
Wow.
in. Yeah, so
good.
getting very good response.
Wow, that's interesting. And Upendra sir, you are a director yourself. So when you are associated with the film in capacity of an actor, does that director in you come in between?
That's the first question I asked him. The first interview,
Yeah?
I'm like, how did you do it? I don't know. If I can do it, I'll be like, put the camera there, put the light there.
Yeah,
Camera
exactly,
there.
yeah.
No, don't cut it, don't cut. It was a great shot. Okay, I'm not doing it again.
Earlier, actually, that was there. Now, actually, after actually seeing this, the setup
Yeah.
and the way they are making the film, then I thought I should keep quiet actually because I should not disturb him actually. Because his vision was so good and
Yeah.
whenever we used to go and see monitor, wow, this is what actually each and every shot that AJ was taking,
Yeah.
even the sets and
Yeah,
everything, actually it used to
Like
take a
every
lot
time-
of time. But
yeah. Like there's a shot with like little bit we shot at Mysore Palace, and the light is on the other side, and so it was a silhouette shot, and he turns. Upendra sir turns.
Backlight.
Yeah.
That.
And I'm like, and I turn. I have to just go. I have to just pass like out of the frame. And I go tell AJ, very good shot. Very good shot. We look so good, na? This silhouette, you idiot. I love it. It's a good shot. He's like, okay, good for you. Because he looked really grand in this. Like it was like the shot. I loved it. I still remember. I fell in love with it. And he's just like, okay, huh? Okay, if you like it, you like it.
But that question was because I was reading how you are considered to be a visionary director over there. You have made films like Om, Super, A, and now when you're working on a big film like this,
Yeah.
of course that director in you might be coming into picture. Okay, no, I might take the shot differently. I
Do
might
you feel
approach
like
the drama
that? But do
differently.
you think?
No, I
that
never
comes to
thought
you?
actually, especially in this film.
Okay.
Because I was learning, in fact.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what is this? What kind of shot they are keeping?
Yeah.
Even that lighting and
You're
the
being
way they were
very
shooting.
modest.
Yeah, it was really. It is next level of making actually,
Yeah.
especially with that, especially
Wait.
cameraman at the takings. No,
With Upendra sir, you can't praise him because if you praise him, he makes you feel like he goes like this, like I am melting, I am disappearing, really like somewhere there, and you have to bring him back because you think you're praising him, elevating him, but he gets very conscious.
No, but I was just reading that Rajni sir once said that he wants to work under your direction. Yes, there is
And
a
we do not take me also in your film.
Yeah. So
We'll all come.
No, he always encourages actually, youngsters like that. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah. He saw one
sweet.
of my films
Yeah.
and said actually he's good.
he had called you at his home, and I think that's where he said that he wants to work with you sometime. Did you ever think of making a film with him? Is there any actor you want to direct?
See, now he's getting
Yeah,
very
now
conscious.
he's-
Now he's getting
now
very
he's
conscious.
melting. He's melting.
See, now he's melting like
course,
right now. He doesn't know how
No,
to take
everybody
it
in
in.
this industry wants to work with Rajini sir. Actually, it is all actually dream.
Yeah.
No, but how did you feel that he wanted to work with you?
No, that statement itself is enough for me. Actually,
Oh,
I really filled with that. Actually, yeah.
But you never worked towards making something for him after that. When he told you, because it has been 12 years. It's 2009, I think, after Super.
Yeah. No, nowadays I hardly actually direct movies. Actually,
Yeah.
once in 5 years or 6 years. I was busy with actually my acting career, and I don't know. I should get some weird ideas. Otherwise, I don't get that zeal to direct.
Yeah.
Now I am doing one film called UI.
Yeah.
That is Nama.
Okay.
You and I.
Okay.
That I am doing. It's almost finishing stage.
Yeah.
Another 2-3 months it will be ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring it and same I'll ask Anand Pandit sir.
And Shriya, you are one of the very few who has worked with Shankar sir and Rajamouli sir both. How do you view that phenomenon, and what has been your learning from those sets as an actor? Because they are next level of directors when it comes to everything.
Honestly, when I was doing Shivaji, I had no idea. I remember meeting Shankar sir when I'd gone to Chennai, and I told him that I wanted to work with him. I approached him. And so then when he was making Shivaji, he called me and I went to meet him.
Yeah.
Very excited. and he said, we're writing the script and we're doing a little Mahurat in Chennai. And I said, I was just very excited to be part of his vision. And I went to Chennai, and this is a true story. And I'm sitting in AVM office come house, and then they call me down, and I see Rajni sir walking in, and I'm like, whoa, this must be a big film because he's coming as a guest. And I'm like, Shankar sir, introduce me to him, I want to meet him. He's like, he's a hero of a film. And I'm like, and I'm the heroine? I was a kid, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then at that point of time, they wanted to keep it under wraps, so they were not sharing any information with anyone.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to be part of the film. I mean, we worked on every song and every scene, and it was just like
Magical.
It was magical. Like, I kind of knew that this was going to be a big hit because you have Rajni sir and Shankar sir, but then it became so big.
Cult.
And
It's a cult today.
What
It's
a
actually,
film.
yeah,
That Shivaji.
it changed my life completely. I trusted my life in his hands, and he changed it completely. With so I'm glad. And with Rajamouli sir, I worked with him
Twice.
Chhatrapati and RRR.
Yeah.
Chhatrapati as a film, when I was doing it, he was already a big star, and Prabhas, he was a big star, and I really enjoyed the ride. But what I love about him is that today when I go on RRR set, same love, same respect. You have that lunch table laid out, and Rama ma'am will get a sambar, and the roti will come, and then rice will come, and then dal, and you all eat together, and everyone's just sharing it from each other's plate, and no one gets into special food really. But that food is just special enough. And the entire day of, you're just waiting for that lunch to happen. And you trust you trust Rajamouli sir with whatever you're doing, and he will definitely create magic because he believes in his films. The vision that he has, it's outstanding, and it's just like there's so much love on the set that I feel that vibrates and takes the film where it takes it.
True, of course. It's basically your honesty with which you approach the work.
Yeah, and everyone just like is there. Everyone just trusts Rajamouli, and that, like, again I say, it's like there's the environment that you create on the set that people will remember. And for me, those lunch breaks are what is the backbone. Everyone's just sitting together and talking and chatting and cracking jokes and making fun of each other, and nobody is a boss at that point of time. That's what makes it what it is.
True. And one last question for everyone.
I love the homework you've done, It's very sweet, right? It's really come prepared. It's very cute.
Thank you.
Very sweet.
He's asking about Rajni sir's statement and my
That's
all
what I'm
films.
trying to say.
and
That's
your
so
film.
sweet.
Yeah,
Candid
great,
everything.
That's
It's
very
always like that.
sweet.
It's always like that.
Very sweet
good.
of you. Yeah, because to say things what you said about, it's very, very kind of you also.
So, before we sign off, one last question is, after Kabza, what's your pipeline like of films? Like, what are you guys working on?
What are you?
Kabza
you know.
2.
Kabza 2?
Yeah.
Kabza 2. I'm also doing a show with Hermatics.
Okay.
That's going to be on an OTT platform. So that's what. Otherwise,
And of course, Drishyam whenever it is made.
yeah.
Whenever it is made.
Of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anand sir, for you?
I've got a lot of lineup for Gujarati films, Marathi film, Punjabi I'm starting, and besides that, Hindi I've got Sarkar 4 with Bachchan Saab.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So take us in it, no?
Yeah. Then we have Desi Boys 2
Yeah.
and remake of Omkara.
Yeah.
Then one another gangster comedy kind of film.
Okay.
And one patriotic film, Veer Savarkar, just got
Yeah.
completed with Randeep Huda.
Yeah.
So this lot of lineup is
Lineup.
there. Yeah.
And sir, for you?
Me, I'm doing my own direction film, no UI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to complete that next.
Okay. And do you plan to do anything with your Upendra franchise? You have made part 1 and part 2.
You want Upendra franchisee? I have to show that film to him.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, like, it's a cult film over there. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Please watch that film.
I will.
I request her.
Yeah. Perfect. On that note, thank you so much. It was
Yeah,
lovely
you.
speaking to three of you.
Thank
and wish you all the
you.
best for
Thank
Kabza.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.